Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Z Slingsby, and I am an online health and fitness coach. For the last 2 years, I run challenges every single month. I send my people a kit, and I help them through their health goals, whether they're weight loss goals, toning goals. Really, it depends on what they're looking for. All of my groups are paid groups with the exception of a couple. This is actually only the second time I have ever run a group that's a free group. So I hope that you're really excited to be here and that you value the time that I'm putting in and you put the time that is required for you to see the results that you want to see. So this group is pretty cool because it is all about one thing. We want to have sexy arms for the summer, right? How often have you walked into a gym and seen people on the bicep machine, right? Arms are a big deal for men and women. And really, if you think about it, when you see someone, this is one of the areas that you see first. The best thing about your arms is that you really can put the time in and see a big difference. It does take consistent work, but you can really see results. For years, I used to have kind of wimpy arms. That's where I came from, and we all have different starting points. And I kept doing the same thing over and over, and I just couldn't see a difference. So what I'd like to talk to you about today, before we actually do any workouts, which start next week, is what does it mean to have definition on the arm? So see this muscle right here, if I show you guys my bicep, right? That's the muscle that we think we all need to have in order to have sexy arms. And it doesn't mean you don't need to work your bicep muscle, but the problem is the tricep, which is down here, is actually a much larger part of your arm. So if I were to flex for you guys, my tricep is actually going to push my bicep up. What I used to do for years was sit on that machine and curl my biceps. The problem was the bicep is a very small muscle, so I still had very wimpy arms with this tiny little muscle here, and I could never get them past that point. Now, if your arms aren't wimpy and if you're worried because there's maybe flab on the bottom or you feel like your arms are thicker than you want, the same exact rules apply. You're going to want to work the biggest muscle on this arm, right, which is the tricep. That tricep is going to make a big difference for you. We're going to work both the bicep and the tricep muscles, but what we're also going to do, we're going to talk about the shoulder. So if I have a nice bicep and then my shoulder area doesn't have any definition, or they kind of give you that like saggy shoulder, it's not going to feel the same and it's not going to look the same as I want when I'm wearing, say, like a tank top or a racerback. And then with that said, we're also going to want to talk about the back of the arm, right? So you're going to want that definition to come up all the way around the back. Does that make sense? So a lot of the workouts that I'm going to show you guys are going to focus on the upper body, all the way to the arms. We're not going to talk about anything else in this group. The cool thing about this, those of you, let's back up. Those of you who don't know me, you know that I posted some pictures about arm workouts, but you probably don't know what kind of workouts I do on a regular basis. Those of you who do know me probably know that I'm an avid rower, right? And I was a little worried at first that some of you might think that, oh, well, of course she has good arm definition because she likes to row. Well, the pictures I posted that you saw when you accepted the invite to this group, exactly half of those pictures were taken before I ever touched a rowing machine. And I did that on purpose. I wanted to make sure that you know that rowing is a huge part of my life. It's the cardio component, there's a huge muscle component, but my journey with defining my arms actually started with PiYo. And the cool thing about PiYo is it requires no equipment, okay? So it's your entire body weight that we're going to use to define your upper body and your arms. It's kind of like yoga on crack. What I'm going to do is I'm going to film these videos in my house. I do have ownership in a gym, but I decided to film all of these in my house so that you can feel comfortable doing the exact same workouts in your house and not need any equipment. The one thing I might use is a chair, but I would assume that everybody has a chair that you can grab in your house, and that's about it. I'll probably have a mat on the floor, but even that is optional. After you watch this video, I want you to comment below with one word that you want to use to describe your arms when you look in the mirror. It's the word you want. One thing that I will not allow in this group is any type of body bashing or image bashing or body hate, because I promise you this, if you hate your body, you're not going to want to take care of it. If you love your body, you're going to want to make it the best that it can be. And I really, truly believe this, that if I love this body that I have, that is imperfectly perfect for me, then I'm going to want to take care of it. So I won't allow any of that. Please do not share any of that, and please do your best to try and think positive. We all start somewhere. I'm going to show you guys all sorts of moves that you can do from beginner to advanced, okay? So I want you to comment below with after you complete this group and after you continue to do these exercises, what is one word that you want to use to describe your arms, your back when you look in the mirror? What is that going to be? Comment below and we start on Monday. Bye guys.